Hey everybody, thank you for being here today, and we'll be starting the 125th Psalm today. And this is a excellent Psalm for the world and time we live in, as the psalmist is going to deal with being outnumbered, um, being surrounded by sinners, by the wicked, and then being tempted to join in with them. And that's one of the struggles that um, many people have. When we're by ourselves, we do okay, but get us in a crowd, and that crowd can often we talk about peer pressure for young people. It's not just young people. Adults have the same issue. Put us in the wrong crowd, and it sometimes is surprising what we will find ourselves guilty of. And so this is again what this psalm is going to be dealing with. That as long as we live in this world, we're going to deal with temptation. We're going to be surrounded by the wicked, by sin, and we're going to constantly have to be on guard and prepared to avoid that temptation. Now we don't know who the author of this psalm is, or exactly what was going on. A lot of people think this psalm may have been written during, not necessarily by Nehemiah, but during Nehemiah's time. And as they were trying to rebuild the walls, rebuild the city, and they had all their enemies coming against them, and trying to interfere in the work. And so don't know that, but that is one thought. And so we're going to look at this psalm, and it's going to again give us some guidance and direction in how to deal with those circumstances. You quite likely find yourself in that situation when it comes maybe to work, work, or maybe even in your own home. Sometimes that we're surrounded by sinners who are trying to lead us astray. And so this psalm starts off, "They that trust in the Lord shall be as Mount Zion, which cannot be removed, but abideth forever. As the mountains are round about Jerusalem, so the Lord is round about his people, from henceforth for even forever." And so again, God's people here are in a situation where evidently, again, in some way, and it would make sense to say that it was when they were trying to rebuild the city. And if you read the book of Nehemiah, you'll see how the adversaries kept trying to come against them and hinder the building of the walls. And the psalmist just reminds God's people here that when we trust in that they trust in the Lord, they're like Mount Zion. They cannot be moved. That they're rock solid by putting their confidence and their trust in Him. He goes on then in verse 2, and he says, just like those mountains are around us, God is with us. And really, this is the image that jumps out to me that I really want to really put in your mind today. Again, we don't know the setting or the circumstances to this psalm, but again, it's obvious that the people are being pestered and tormented by sinners. And I can almost hear them say something like, well, nobody knows what we're going through. We're outnumbered, we're surrounded, whatever. And the psalmist steps onto the stage and says, listen, I want you to remember something. The enemy may be present. The enemy may be here. They may be fighting. They may be coming against us, but we have the Lord, and He's round about us. You see those mountains all around us? He says, those mountains that never move, those mountains that never change, those mountains that have always been there and always will be there. He says, that's the way our God is. We may have enemies attacking us, but our God is always there. He's always present, just like those mountains that you see out there. And that's just a great thought for me today. I hope it is for you, because there are days for me, just like others, that you just feel like, yeah, what am I going to do? You just feel like there's no hope. You feel like, you're outnumbered. I might as well just throw up my hands and quit. Why bother? All the feelings and all the thoughts we have. And the psalmist just kind of leans over and whispers in our ear, hey, look, yeah, yep, you got enemies, but look over there. God is always there. He's like those mountains. He has us surrounded, always been there, always will be there, unmovable. They can't get rid of him. And that's again, for me today, I don't know why today, but especially today, that's just a glorious thought to me. To know, yeah, I have enemies. I have people, um, who come against me, but I have a God who surrounds me like the mountains, who is immovable, who is unchangeable, um, who was there yesterday. He'll be there today, and he'll be there tomorrow. What a glorious thought! And I hope today that it encourages you and lifts you up. Whatever you're facing, whatever you're going against. I'm not denying you have enemies or denying that you have a hard time. But again, as Scripture says, lift up your eyes. Your redemption draweth nigh. Like those mountains over there, they'll always be there. And our God is always faithful. Have a great day. We'll see you back here tomorrow.